Hola, queridos amigos. Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year, everyone. It's that time of year, the time for New Year's resolutions. Those people that know me know I like to make New Year's resolutions, so much so I make them multiple times a year. But I was thinking about it particularly because I was watching my video from last year at this time, where I kind of laid out my New Year's resolutions, and I thought, that's a good idea to make a video of my New Year's resolutions to hold myself accountable. Because I had actually forgotten. I thought I knew what my resolutions were, but when I watched the video, it reminded me of some that I'd forgotten. So good to kind of document things. So, but my resolutions from last year were I wasn't going to watch the news. I was going to listen to an audiobook on the way to work every morning. I was going to upload a video to YouTube every day. Ambitious. And and I was going to be fluent in Spanish. So, well, I did pretty good on the news up until recently. I think the Omicron stuff kind of got me back into kind of watching the news a little bit. But I'm going to get out of it again because that was a good habit to have. People will tell you about the important things. There's nothing in the news you need to know. But what else? Oh, I stopped doing the audiobooks on the way to work. And I stopped uploading videos to YouTube because I really got into the last goal this year, which was Spanish. I really hit Spanish hard. My goal was to listen an hour a day to audio tape, CDs and things like that, language learning stuff. But I very quickly learned as I got into it that approach was not the best. I started, listening to polyglots, people who speak, multiple languages and their approach to language. And I really needed to double down if I was serious about it. And so I kind of put all the other goals aside and I focused on Spanish. And there were sections of the year where I actually studied 2 to 3 hours a day, pretty regular. I studied at least an hour a day without exception. And so where am I now? Can I do a video in Spanish for you? Unfortunately not. But this is part of the plan. Winston Churchill said, planning is essential, but plans are usually worthless. Something like that, because he says, once you implement your plan has to change because you learn something. And so that's what happened with Spanish. I tried to implement my Spanish plan, and as soon as I did, I learned what I needed to do. And so the journey to fluency is going to be a little bit longer than a year. But I think I'll be able to do it in 2 years because I've been really focusing on passive learning this year, which is basically input, reading, listening. And I've gotten to the point where I can pick up a novel and I can read it all the way through in Spanish. I don't know every word. In fact, there's probably 20 words on a page that I don't know, but I know enough that I don't have to put the book down. I can keep reading and I can understand the book. And I learn a lot from context. So in the course of this year, books that I have read in Spanish are Mercy Suarez, Se Pone las Pilas, Changes Gears, Tierra Americana, American Dirt, and these are, adult novels, like not that kind of adult novels, but like grown-up books that are not easy to read. They're not little language learning stories, but, and Arruga en el Tiempo, A Wrinkle in Time, and La Isla de las Mujeres del Mar, the Island of the Sea Women. And this is the one I'm in now. I could not read a book in Spanish a year ago. So I've read multiple, and these aren't the only ones. I've read a couple others. So I'm really proud of myself for this Spanish-like journey. So, so now this year, I'm going to practice, hopefully, I'm going to still read and stuff, but the emphasis is going to be on output. So this year was input. The coming year is going to be output. So speaking, writing, trying to communicate. So partly why I'm doing this too is, who knows, maybe there's somebody out there willing to talk to me in Spanish, which would be helpful. Yeah. So that's the new goal for 2022. I mean, I got other little ones, but you know, that's the big one. This is the year for Spanish. All right. Happy New Year to everyone. Stay safe.